Constitutional underpinnings, types of governmental power. Alright, this video is dealing with the various types of power that we have in our government. There are several. We have delegated, concurrent, and reserved powers we're going to deal with first. So, you need to know who has each of these powers, who do they belong to, as well as knowing examples of them. So the first one, delegated powers, these are powers that are given to the federal government. For instance, they are the only ones who can do these three things: print money, foreign policy and foreign trade, as well as immigration. Only the federal government can do those specific things, so they are delegated powers. You can contrast those with reserved powers. Those are powers held by the states. So these are supposed to be issues that only the states deal with. Education, health and welfare, licenses, and marriage would be among those. You might realize that the federal government has gotten involved in all of those areas. They're not really supposed to, but like I told you, the 10th Amendment, they've ignored it quite a bit, and so they have taken on a lot more power. We also have concurrent powers. These are powers that are shared by both the federal government and the states, so they both are able to do certain things. Both governments can tax you, both can borrow money, and both can establish banks. So the shared powers, those are known as concurrent powers. Alright, now within delegated powers, federal powers, we have three more types of power. We have expressed, implied, and inherent. Also important to be able to distinguish between these. Alright, first we have expressed powers, also known as enumerated or explicit. They can be called any of those three things. They mean the same exact thing. Very, very simply, expressed powers are directly stated in the Constitution. So if you can find it in the Constitution, if you can read it, and you can see a lot of examples here on this page, then it is an expressed power. On the other hand, there are some powers that Congress claims that are not directly stated. These are implied powers. The reason that they claim implied powers is based on the necessary and proper clause. The necessary and proper clause, Article 1, Section 8, says that Congress has the power to do all things which shall be necessary and proper to carry into execution their foregoing powers. So meaning, if it has to do with expressed powers of Congress, even if it doesn't directly state it, they are allowed to do it. So Congress is the one who has implied powers. Be very careful, because inherent powers sound basically the same. The idea is similar. These are also powers that are not directly stated in the Constitution. The major difference, and the difference you do need to be aware of, is that these, however, are claimed by the President. So implied, claimed by Congress; inherent, claimed by the President.